Comcast retires from the race for 21st Century Fox, and finally, Bowser Jr. for Mario Tennis Aces is nerfed. My name is Walter Núñez, and these are these Thursday's bonus stage news. Jurassic Park Evolution has already sold 1 million copies in around 1 month. We know that dinosaurs sell a lot, and this nostalgia that we have for Jurassic World, about, Jurassic Park trilogy and everything, just makes a big business. If you haven't played the game, let me tell you a little bit about it. In Jurassic Park Evolution, you can create your own park, John Hammond style. And actually you have a lot of islands that you can create a little park on that have different weather conditions. And obviously there are a lot of conflicts. You have to raise money from restaurants, gift shops, from tourism about the dinosaurs, and keep the park safe. And you have to be very careful because dinosaurs with the weather get a little bit more scared, they get crazy, and they try to destroy their cages. So you can't have a velociraptor running wild through the park. This game is quite fun. I've already played it and I recommend it highly for players that like dinosaurs, Jurassic Park and RTS games. Now let's talk about something that it's not specifically gaming related, it's about the DC universe. This is going to sound a little bit stupid, but the new streaming service that DC Comics, or DC, actually it's not DC Comics, DC is trying to create, it's called the DC Universe. This streaming service is going to have a lot of movies and special and original content from DC. And one of those series is Titans, a live-action representation from Teen Titans. You know, the guys from Robin and Raven and Starfire? In case you didn't know, there was a big conflict because of some pictures on set. I'm just gonna give you this straight to you. Starfire didn't look like Starfire, she looked like some kind of lowlife. And obviously people got crazy. The actress declared that she was very sad because that picture wasn't the actual representation of the character in the series. So some people had a little bit of hope for that. The problem is that now that we've seen the trailer and the original costume in the San Diego Comic-Con, we can guarantee you that Starfire is still a lowlife. I don't know why DC is ruining its most famous and beloved characters, but I mean, I don't know, guys. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what the series is about, but I don't have a lot of expectations. I mean, the only character that looks good is Robin, but the other three are awful. Now, if you are a player of Mario Tennis Aces and you've played a little bit in the online mode, you probably noticed that Bowser Jr. is OP. And not OP like, Cristiano Ronaldo on FIFA 18. It's like OP Diddy Kong on Super Smash for 3DS. He could create a lot of combos, he could create a lot of things that were just unfair for other players. And because of that, Nintendo just released a patch where we get a nerf for Bowser Jr. And at least we can now play peacefully and have a chance against the other player and not just get smashed and thrown into the dust and destroyed every time we played against a Bowser Jr. Now, for the fans of Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War, we can finally say that Shadow of War is free of every microtransaction in the game. That's right, if you played the game before this week, you could have noticed that there were a lot of these mystery loot boxes where you could get a little bonus for orcs and your orc army, and I mean that shit was awful. But we're finally free of it, and I think it's a smart move, and it's a good move actually for the whole video game industry, because it's moving towards a non-loot box or non-microtransactions industry. We've seen throughout the latest years that there were a lot of microtransactions in almost every game, at the point that now the developers say it's the big thing that whoa, this game is not going to have microtransactions. And everyone's like, whoa, yeah, that's good. The developers are very nice to us. They are not being nice. They are being normal. That's the thing we should expect from them. Not that we buy a game for like $60 and then we have to buy the season pass for like $40, $50 and then some DLCs that are not included in the season pass, and we end up like paying for, I don't know, $200. And maybe that's why Battlefront 2 never really had a lot of, community. Anyway, we are thankful that Warner Bros. Are, doing their part and contributing to a better video game industry. Now, if you are a user from Nintendo Switch and you like to play not on the desktop mode but on the mobile mode, I've got some really good news for you. Anchor Innovations, or Anchor Innovations? I'm not sure. Anyway, Anchor Innovations is developing a new battery for the Nintendo Switch, an external battery. These batteries will be able to fully charge your Nintendo Switch in around 3.5 hours. And we will be able to have 15 more hours in our mobile mode for the Nintendo Switch. Now, these batteries are not going to be cheap. It's Nintendo, it's the video game industry, nothing in this industry is cheap ever. They are going to be released on August the 13th, and they're going to have two versions. The 13,400 mAh per hour with a cost of $70 and a 20,100 mAh for $90. Yes, it's quite expensive, but it can be really useful for some players. If you're a traveler, if you use it on your way home and you live in a big city on the other side of the city of your school or of your work, it's a really nice choice. Anyway, you can look for this item with the name Power Core for Nintendo Switch. Now, the news for today. Comcast is finally retiring from the race for 21st century. This means that Disney will eventually get their desired franchises. I'm talking about the Fantastic Four, the whole Spider-Verse and X-Men, and also other franchises like Avatar. Our dreams will come true because now we will be able to have a Marvel Cinematic Universe with all Marvel characters and not have some with Disney and some with Fox. Now, Comcast is not just living and doing nothing else. They are trying to buy Sky as well as Disney again, because Disney is trying to create this monopoly and huge entertainment division for Europe and for the whole world. I don't know what's Disney's deal with the whole thing, but they're trying to buy everything that they can, that they see with a promising future. So the fight between Comcast and Disney is not over, they just moved to another thing. They're not fighting for 21st Century Fox, now they're fighting for Sky. Well guys, those were these Thursday Bonus Stage news. Stay tuned to this channel because every Monday and Thursday there's a new news video. And as always, every Wednesday there's a new analysis video. Actually, you can see the last analysis video that was released yesterday about AAA games on the card that's appearing right now. Now, if you want to support this channel, the only thing you have to do is click the circle button that's appearing right below me and subscribe to the channel and activate the notifications so you don't miss any piece of information. So that will be all for today, and we'll see you around.